but as we were walking up here, I noticed this, and this is just about the spot where I'll see one peeking out or moving around.
Yeah, see the gray on there?
Kind of like a
feet everywhere.
Stand back in behind that, it kind of breaks up the pattern, I would think.
Oh, definitely, especially with the gray and the brown and the... That's awesome.
But that's coming right up the backside of that trail.
Look right underneath.
I'm going to come around here just so they can see this. Alright, so
let me ask.
So if he's walking in on the trail that we're standing on, come so right up to this point.
So Bay confirms this is his.
And right through there is the big gifting tree. Perfect place to stand here and observe.
Dobby, I heard Dobby. So Bay, is this your area? Yes. Does Dobby have a spot close to here too? Yes. Do you and Dobby use the same structures? Sometimes he says yes. Second gifting tree. We have on two. As I started to say, we were running EVP with the people. I have heard Jughead, I've heard Junior, I feel Anku is present. So we're going to translate this and integrate it with the video so that you have immediate translation of what we get. This tree feels important in that this, he's pointing to the tree, is actually a dual purpose. We use it for gifting, but it's also a portal for that. And he confirms that. So that's part of why this area back here has become so very important to them and us. They're easily able to maneuver through this area, he says, when they want to indulge in the things that we bring. There's not a lot of walking required for them. They can just kind of pop in and out right here. Anything else on Ku about this area? He's pointing over to this structure and where the wheel and the rocks are that we bang for the dinner bell. So I think this entire area, is that correct? This entire area serves them in that way. There's a band of energy right here that enables them to maneuver.
One of the things that we noticed here in the last couple of weeks is they have started leaning limbs up against another tree that we'll show you in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But they're creating it to look similar to the first gifting tree with all the leaning limbs around it. So maybe they're wanting to leave this big tree open as a portal way and start using the other tree to leave the food out.
So I'm asking if he wants us to use the other tree for gifting. I'm getting a yes. So we'll look at that and we'll confirm over there with the rods as well that we're thinking of the right spot. And yeah, there's a lot of energy back here. He's pointing right to it. But a lot going on back here all the time. And from this point back is where we get the most by way of activity and sounds and movement. So it doesn't surprise me at all that they use this the way they do. We're using the M2 app. This is the same one that we have used with other EVPs. For us, it works extremely well in picking up their vocals. This started back with Saran in the forestry and Junior. My experience with it is that it's best to record in short files. If you do want to send them anywhere, email them, it will let you do that in-app. I don't know if everybody else would have the same results with it that we do, but our people are able to use this easily. So, with that said, we're gonna check out a couple other spots and pick it up from there. Alright, so this is the tree that we were asking about because we started noticing the limbs were building up the same way as they do at the first gifting tree, and those feel like they are markers of the individuals. Markers of the individuals that may be working back here. And you can see around the tree where somebody's been sitting.
Well, that's typically where we found bags before, and a big pressed in place where one of them at least has been sitting after. Okay.
And it feels like this is where the older ones, I feel like the older ones, let me see. Older ones use this area more. I don't know if they're privy to that tree. It feels like they have more privilege to that tree. So if each of these limbs represents, there's at least 3 standing here. This is new. It could have fallen from the tree. I'm not sure yet about this one. But these 3 have been intentionally leaned. And there's a whole framework going on here. There's another leaner on the back. And then this one. So that would be 5. So we may start leaving. I don't want to interrupt. We may start leaving some treats here and see what the receptivity is to it. I don't think it's keeping them. I don't think it's. I don't think it's keeping them from getting the treats there, but maybe it'd be easier if that's specifically for energy work. You can't out-talk a Bigfoot.
I think maybe they're just wanting to keep that doorway open and clean.
Yeah. And maybe they're planning on using it. I started to say maybe they're planning on using it more. Okay.
Where would you like to go?
he's showing me that where that down log is. I'm gonna come around the other side here. We can talk as we walk. Earlier, I turned this on immediately. I heard Jughead. Shortly after, I heard Junior. And we can usually tell. On two.
Yeah.
I just heard on two.
You see on top of that little log right there between the trees?
I sure do.
Is that a rock or a mushroom?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I would say it's a mushroom, but it feels like kind of leathery.
That's neat.
It could be a certain type of lichen or something. Can you get through here?
No, let's go this way.
Yeah, we're just kind of doing the lackadaisy thing. I felt them pushing gently to do the EVP again. So hopefully we can get it all put together with translation and all this time. You know, we got a lot of questions after the live session, and I'd like to get all those answered. I may just have to write them out and approach them all. Is he talking to you?
Yeah, he's talking to me.
Okay. But get them all approached. They're not being ignored. If I got one question, I probably got 100 after that, and the ones that we didn't get answered in the live session. Just want you to know that that's not me ignoring you. Energetically, it's become much easier, but it's a lot to keep that connection, to try to keep that connection and be a part of the real workings of the chat and everything else going on in my present space is almost impossible. Not impossible, but difficult. And I know we're all excited to be able to do this, so we're going to get it all approached. We've got time. I can do another live, or we can approach these questions, maybe try to organize it by topic, but
I may have to verbally read out different questions to her just so she can stay focused and concentrated on the connection and the answers.
And you know, the answers can be actually these people. He was asking something. These people are normally very short and sweet. Kim.
Okay. All right.
That's a different one. You can tell by the.
That's Sauvé. I'm seeing all this leaf litter disturbance and the foot tracks going up through it. This is kind of like Sobe's hangout right here.
And earlier I heard him ask you there, and I think he... If you can slow down just a little bit, it'll help us. Sobe, yeah,
See
big
right
old
in
foot.
there.
That's a big old male.
I think we showed this. We showed this arch, several videos back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one that I'm pretty sure Sobe had created back here.
Yeah, and see how it's got all the gray on it? I don't know what it is about him, if it's his touch or if he does something intentional, but his limbs and his arches will intentionally be marked with this gray. It's like a signature for him.
But you can see it's right over the top of that trail running up through the woods. But as we were walking up here, I noticed this, and this is just about the spot where I'll see one peeking out or moving around.
Yeah, see the gray on there?
Kind of like a
And feet everywhere.
stand back in behind that, it kind of breaks up the pattern, I would think.
Oh, definitely, especially with the gray and the brown and the... That's awesome.
But that's coming right up the backside of that trail.
Look right underneath.
I'm going to come around here just so they can see this. Alright,
So let me ask.
so if he's walking in on the trail that we're standing on, come right up to this point,
So bacon brooms, this is his.
and right through there is the big gifting tree. Perfect place to stand here and observe.
Davi, I heard Davi. Sobe, is this your area? Yes. Does Davi have a spot close to here too? Yes. Do you and Davi use the same structures? Sometimes he says yes. Even when the I've been hooked by thorns here. So even when he works with the rods, he taps. He taps very hard. His signature is just very distinct. Okay.
Well, I'm thinking that other standing spot that we pointed out a few videos back is over there.
Let's go. He's saying here.
Right here, yeah, that's what we
Davi's?
visually saw. You can see how it's all mashed down.
Is this Davi's? He says yes, and he's tapping his house.
And that's just in clear line past your head to
and
that
this
gifting
tree. That
tree.
we always see movement behind.
And the secondary trail running right there.
Yep. They go that way.
I'm following you.
Okay. They're all excited right now, and they're just tap, tap, tapping.
say right there on the back side of that.
He's confirming with the rods here. I'm telling you, I have really gotten spoiled with these rods and working with them, and I think they really like them too. So is this whose this is? Help me out, Sobe. Is this yours? No. Who's this is? Male. Took. This is Took's little spot back here, if he's back here. I feel like somebody helped him make it, though. There's something about it.
It just is like a spider web. It just runs one into another. Yeah, I've heard that.
You're getting really good at this, Sobe. Okay, this is fun. You know, and you guys, so many of you want to get to know these people, and I'm telling you, they're... I'm listening. His verbiage is different. Which way do you want us to go, Sobe? To the right. Or sort of right.
Well, you're following the rods. I'm following my eyes, and I'm seeing this little tiny arch right here at this fallen log.
So is that for the little ones? It feels like it's for the little ones.
There's like a little cavity right up inside of that.
Mm-hmm. For the babies. Small structure. Small large. Looking for their feet. I see one small foot here. Mama's foot, I believe, there.
Is that what I'm looking at right there in front of me?
Yep. They have intentionally, they're telling me they have intentionally left all these feet. It's just a camo type structure for them to sit at. Anybody back here right now? Oh yeah. We'll keep our eye out. Thought I heard Jug here.
Which way, Magellan?
Yeah. Okay. Who do we have? Have we switched? Still Sobey? No. Onku. Okay. Whew. I feel like I'm in a revolving door of energy because each one's a little different. I am looking for, he's showing me that crazy log. That wasn't Onku. He doesn't speak that fast. The log with the arch behind it. Is that... There it is. Is that it?
Are we going to the mound?
Are we going to the mound? I don't think so. He's showing me that log with the arch behind it, and we were thinking to film there that one day. I don't remember it being this far back.
Well, regardless, there's the mound.
Yeah. And this is all changed right here. This tree.
Hold this so I can use my fingers to zoom.
Almost felt like he was asking if he could show himself. Are you asking if you can show yourself?
I'm seeing about 150 yards through the woods. I see a head and a shoulder, so that's what I was trying to zoom in on. There's so much limb and stuff in between. He's moving left and right.
Should we walk closer or?
All right, I can hold this.
Okay. You can. If you're asking to show yourself, is that correct? Yes. Is this Sobey? Yes.
Well, come on.
We're looking for you. Was Ken seeing you a moment ago? He said yes.
Well, that's up here then.
Okay. Is there anyone else? that would like to show themselves? They all would. Well, maybe not all at once.
Alright, so here's the mound. And what I saw, I'm going to go to your right just a little bit.
Which way, Sobe? You're on it. He's pointing right. Same way. Can you do a semi-straight? If you would prefer.
Alright, take this phone again so I can see if I can
So, Sobe, you can
thread the needle here.
You can use whatever method you'd like, Sobe. You can do semi-state, you can do full state. Somebody's moving right here in front of me. Here's a double. That big twin tree there. Who's there? That's what it sounded like.
kidding.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
There's 5 back there. Jim. Should we step closer or stay where we are? No? Okay. Are we okay where we are? We would love to see any of you that would like to show yourselves.
Yeah, probably close to 200 videos ago, we nicknamed that area back there the Booger Bogs.
Yeah. Okay, so babe, where should we look for you? I'm looking. Close? 20 feet. He's telling me right here. Hang on. Let me step away for a second, guys. So, will you cross the rods for me when I'm right at where you're
The log
the big log.
over there,
You need me to hold that?
straight ahead. Yeah, it's full of footprints running to it.
The big log. It's right here. And the arch behind it. He was trying to tell us before. The log with the arch behind it.
Look,
I saw that. It's a double Y. Should we proceed? Yes. Oh, okay. This is great. Okay. Where are you? He's over here. Everybody keep your eye out. He camos really well with his color too. If you would move, Sobey, or do something for us, that would be amazing.
It's gray, kind of like the oak bark and stuff.
I can see his, well. I felt like I heard his name in that. Okay. Well, I don't know which way to go first because this is all exciting. This spot is important. There's no asterisk that I'm seeing. But this arch, as we were coming in, he was explaining we were looking for a log with an arch behind it. Did he say Anku? Over here, this is what's important. Most important, excuse me, it's all important. We were talking on Ken's last video about the new structure, yeah, standing asterisk that had been built, and how it was conducive to the pineal gland, but it also serves, it has portal energy, and I feel that this is where Anku does his bigger meetings. This arch is designed, it's got a double limb, which is intentional.
Well, do you see that big 9-foot tall break back there behind it?
Yes. So, sorry, in the geometrics of this, the double arch, he's saying it has to do with the energy and them being able to transverse from other places. This could be international, it could be... Is he saying not? I missed the first word. Is that correct, Anku? Is it international? Yes. In G. The door.
I heard on G.
The door is for the other types, like on G. So we have a door here, which is for... I hope I have this right. The door here, behind this log, feels that it's specifically for the Sasquatch. Yes. And for their meetings, and he's taking me over here.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to be a little kid right now, and I'm going to look for butt hairs on that log.
Well, let's look while we're here.
Because I see where it's been walked around. What?
What is it?
He's scolding me for looking for butt hair.
My eyes are not the best.
Alright.
It's probably here. You better eyes than mine.
Have to come around this way to go back the other way.
So then, this is Anku's. Am I allowed to step into that, Anku? Okay, thank you.
Well, if you disappear, I'll put a sandwich in your pocket. Yeah.
Well, it just really feels like I'm really, really goosebumpy right now, and it really feels like I needed to ask permission. get it that close, but he's wanting us to take note of how these saplings create an X.
Right.
They're not an X that has been, they're not broken. They're live saplings that have been bent. And I'm sensing this is like his spot. It's all framed in. We were talking about how these important spots are framed in. I'm standing in part of that. And it actually comes around. There's more stick. But this feels like his seat when he's here. And we'll get a shot from the back, but it's just magnificent in the way that these arches come off of it, and these saplings have made a natural or intentional X, but they're not broken into it. And I believe those two pine trees, he's telling me these two pine trees right behind it serve as portal energy too. So when he thinks of this spot, this is where he would come in. And on the back side of it, it's all flat.
Oh, right there's a trinity. There's 3 pines growing out of the same root.
Well, it would make sense that this is a really good place energetically for him. And, but it feels like, you know, so energies like Angie, I guess, would use. Great Bigfoot right there. That's really long.
So he's giving us a glimpse into the inner sanctum.
He says yes, and it didn't bounce. It just stayed put. Okay, so energies like Angie.
Can you walk under that break just to give them a reference for the height of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so she is 5'7", 5'8" with her boots on.
So this is what Angie. So this is this is for more interdimensional beings like Angie.
He said Angie a minute ago when we singled this out.
And it feels different than the break in the front. The break in the front feels like either, let's see, help me out, Anku. The break in the front that we found, is that for Angie? No. He just says other interdimensionals. But not Angie. And this one would be, this feels like a specific group that he knows. Friends. He says friends. So I'm not sure what they're up to, but it feels like this. Feel them coming from different directions.
The center of the wagon wheel.
He says yes. He confirms, yes, they do come from different directions. Like it's a very north, south, east, west thing. So this is more east, west. Would you let go of me? There's probably a lot of elementals back here if Anji is a part of this. Okay.
Well, directly the way that I am pointing the camera, once you go another 20 yards, you can't get through that without a machete. It is so thick. And that goes back into that bog area.
Yep. And these are intentional. Yeah. So we're going to explore this some more as we can. It's a lot for one day that we didn't expect to find. Glad to find it. We will be doing another live show again, and I'm going to try to post more often to get this information out, answer these questions. It usually takes me a day or two to kind of recoup, but I'm going to see if Anku can't help me with that a little bit energetically. Other than that, thank you. If you're interested in a set of rods for your own explorations, don't be afraid to reach out to us. They've been amazing. And these copper rods have crystal, quartz, platinum, various elements in the handles. We custom make them. We think of you when we make them, and when I am confirming that they work well, I have you in mind as I'm charging them, so to speak. So, yeah, another beautiful day out here. Thank you for being with us.
That's right.
We'll get this translated and incorporated into the video. I think it'll be fun. And I'm looking forward to finding out what he had to say throughout this process. Also, if you're interested in your own energetic reading or channeling session, I do this with your angels, guides, and spirit, as well as with the people. Anku likes to help with the sessions, so I think that was his little bit of don't forget me.
It's his last word syndrome.
Right. But anyway, we're going to go for now, and we will see you on the next one.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for being with us, and have a great day. Bye-bye.